You're watching Den Pubs TV.
As I tried to do this myself, hopefully I'm getting it, but we're now set for Game 2 of the MVAC Championship night, the girls basketball game between Indian Lake Long Lake, the Orange, and the Schroon Lake Lady Wildcats. Indian Lake Long Lake got here by winning the Division III title, and Schroon Lake got here with an impressive come-from-behind win against Westport in the Division I, Division II championship game. This should be another exciting game. Hopefully it lives up to what the first one had, and we hope we're once again pleased to bring it to you as the Den Pubs TV doubleheader game of the week.
All right, ready to start the MVAC Girls Championship game. Indian Lake Long Lake, white and orange. Schroon Lake Lady Wildcats, red and white. As we're ready for the tip. Ball goes loose and out of bounds. And they're going to say that it is orange basketball. Nope, excuse me, Wildcat ball. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it was orange. They're down on that end of the court. Jessica Bain looking to key in, does so. Now ball goes to Carly Reynolds. Reynolds to Murphy Farrell. Farrell swings it over to Bain. Bain looks, back over to Farrell. Farrell around, looks inside, shot up by Allison Pine. No good. Fight for the rebound. We have a jump ball. That will go to Schroon Lake. Becca Armstrong and Melanie Pearson fighting for that one, as Jocelyn Bowen will bring the ball up. Bowen scored the final 7 points against Westport to unseed them. Now they go with their screen roll, stolen by Pine. Orange with the ball. Shots up, no good. Rebound goes to out of bounds. And it'll be Schroon Lake basketball. Jocelyn Bowen looks to bring up for the Lady Wildcats. Gets it over to Kate Rose. Now they're saying that Rose stepped out of bounds. It'll be Indian Lake Long Lake ball. Little nerves here to open as Carly Reynolds will bring it up for the Orange. Gets it over to Farrell. Now we'll swing across. Excuse me, ball goes inside, nice move, and a foul. Allison Pine with the nice move, and the foul will be on Becca Armstrong. Becca Armstrong, the center for the Wildcats, a lot like Jordan Taylor. She has been prone to foul trouble throughout the season. As Allison Pine goes to the line for 2. First shot rims out, no good. She'll have a second chance to put the first score on the board with 6:55 remaining in the opening quarter. Second one's up, and that one's off the front. The rebound will go to Kate Rose. And Jocelyn Bowen will look to trigger the offense for the Lady Wildcats. Ball goes to Kate Rose. Rose to the basket. Rose scores. Kate Rose on the assist from Jocelyn Bowen. And Schroon Lake holds the early 2-0 lead as Carly Reynolds looks to trigger the offense. Early looking inside. Now out to Farrell. Farrell now gets it to Pine. Back up top, Jessica Bain. Bain to Farrell. Farrell over to Pearson. Pearson shot up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Rebounded by Bain. And now we have a foul. And that foul will be on number 5, Liz Bessie, for the Wildcats. And the ball will go out under bounds. Triggered in by Reynolds. And now we'll have a steal. Kate Rose on the steal. Jocelyn Bowen looks to bring it up. Bowen now looks to go to the paint. Now kicks out to Rose. Rose to Bessie. Now Ashley Suber with her first touch of the game. Gets it inside to Rose. Rose out. And that was to Bessie. And now we have a steal by Carly Reynolds. Reynolds will pull up. Shot's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to Schroon Lake. 1-3-1, three-quarter court being applied by the orange. As Schroon gets it in, but now we have a steal. Murphy Farrell gets it ahead to Carly Reynolds. Reynolds looks. Now they'll look to set up, but now we have a loose ball and a tie-up between Carly Reynolds and Liz Bessie. Farrell, who had the steal, will look to trigger in for the orange, with the Wildcats leading 2-0 early in the first. Looking inside now as Dane kicks it to Farrell. Inside, Pine kicks it to Reynolds. Reynolds shoots, in and out. Rebound goes to Liz Bessie. Now the ball will come up to Jocelyn Bowen. Bowen now gets it inside to Armstrong. Back out to Bowen for three. Shot's good. Jocelyn Bowen on the assist from Becca Armstrong. Bowen's last three made it a one-point game against Westport, 35-36. Bowen then hit 4 free throws to finish it out for a 39-36 win for the Lady Wildcats. Carly Reynolds goes underneath. Ball was tapped out by Bowen. It'll stay Indian Lake basketball. 4:31 remaining in the opening period. Schroon Lake holds a 5-0 lead early. Ball goes in. Shots up and off. And the rebound goes to Rebecca Armstrong. Now stolen. And we have a jump ball. Allison Pine with the steal. But we'll have a jump ball. And it'll go to Schroon Lake.
Let's go, girls! Orange!
Bowen now looking inbound. Or Bowen gets the inbound, excuse me. And we'll look to trigger the offense. As Subra will look. Gets it. Shot up and off by Kate Rose. Rebound goes to Kylie Reynolds. Reynolds looks to push. Reynolds does so, and there'll be a foul, and I believe that'll be the second on Armstrong. And it will. Becca Armstrong with her second. Now Carly Reynolds will go to the line to shoot two. And we'll have a timeout by Indian Lake Long Lake. 4:04 in the opening quarter. Indian Lake Long Lake still looking to get on the board. It's 5-0 Wildcats. Carly Reynolds to the line looking for the first 2 points for Indian Lake Long Lake. The Orange, the Division III champs. As she hits the opener. Very strong year for the Division III champs. They've knocked off quite a few teams. As the second shot is up and in. It is now a 5-2 game in favor of the Wildcats. As once again, the 1-3-1 three-quarter court put in place. Good job up top by Reynolds. As Bowen throws it out of bounds, it'll be Indian Lake Long Lake ball. Reynolds will bring it up. Over to Bain. Farrell. Now Reynolds from the corner. And hits. Carly Reynolds with 4 now. As Jocelyn Bowen now with it. And now a steal by Melanie Pearson. And they'll bring it back. And Coach John Reynolds asked him to set it back up. Right in front of us right now as Farrell has the ball. She gets it over. Reynolds for 3. Reynolds hits. Last 7 for Carly Reynolds, who keys the top of that 1-3-1. Murphy Farrell with 2 straight assists. Now Kate Rose will look to drive. Kicks it to Subra. Subra shoots. Shot's no good. Rebound goes to Melanie Pearson. And Carly Reynolds looks to bring it up for the Orange. Reynolds to Murphy Farrell. Farrell looks to drive. Now pulls up, gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds will pull up. Shots off. Rebound fought for. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to the Orange. So after 5 points to start the game for the Wildcats, Carly Reynolds has responded with 7 of her own.
Watch
They're going to get, now Farrell looks, gets it, shot up by Pine, good. Allison Pine on the assist from Jessica Bain. And it is now 9-5, a 9-0 run for the Orange. Now Bowen looking to work the offense. Ball goes to Ashley Subra, back into Bowen on the give and go. Blocked by Melanie Pearson. As Carly Reynolds looks to bring the ball up. Ball goes around to Farrell. Farrell looks inside to Pine. Pine looks to score, goes up with it. Lost the handle, and it will be Wildcat ball, 141. Opening quarter of play. 9-5 game in favor of the Orange. A 9-0 run for Indian Lake Long Lake as Bowen brings it up. Just out of the reach of Gabe Harvey. And the Orange retain possession, or get possession back as Carly Reynolds brings it up. Gets it over to Jessica Bain. Now a shot up by Farrell. Shots off. Rebound goes to Jocelyn Bowen. And Bowen looks to get it up the court. Too far. And it'll go to Indian Lake Long Lake. Carly Reynolds with the screen there. As Morgan Hinckley gets ready to check into the game. Bain with the ball, she gets it to Pearson, and they'll call a travel on Pearson. A lot of people thought Bain had traveled. And now Morgan Hinckley will check into the game as Schroon Lake will bring the ball up. Jocelyn Bowen. Murphy Farrell now as the Orange go man-to-man. You almost want to say that like tackle. You want to say the man-to-man. Now ball goes in, loose ball on the floor, Farrell with the steal. And now they'll look to bring it up with Carly Reynolds. Reynolds looks to drive, gets through two, passes it to Pine, shots up, off the rim, and we got an over the back call. That calls on Morgan Hinckley. That'll be the first foul on Morgan and the first team foul. As we've been stuck at 9-5 now with 27 seconds left in the opening quarter. Bowen looking to create, gets it inside, stolen! Bain with the steal, and now a jump ball. That'll go to Schroon Lake. Now the ball, on the jump ball, it goes to Schroon Lake, but this means Indian Lake gets it to start the quarter most likely, as there are 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. Bowen looking to create, drives, kicks it out. Liz Bessie with the ball, gets it to Ashley Subra. Subra will shoot, Subra will miss, rebound goes to Pine, and that'll end the first quarter. As Schroon Lake started with a 5-0 run, but then Indian Lake Long Lake answered back. 7 points by Carly Reynolds, 2 more by Allison Pine. At the end of one, it's 9-5 in favor of the Orange. Of the second quarter, it'll be Indian Lake Long Lake basketball. Orange currently on a 9-0 run. As Carly Reynolds will set the play. Ball goes to Bain. Bain gets it to Reynolds. Bessie tries to steal it. No. And Reynolds with the hit. Bain with an assist. As it is now an 11-0 run in for the Orange, and 11-5. They have the lead. Bowen looks for Subra. Subra looks for the give and go. Not there. Liz Bessie now with the ball. Bessie yo-yos on the dribble, gives it to Bowen. Bowen looks inside to Subra. Over to Bowen. Bowen fakes, goes up on the runner, and good. Jocelyn Bowen from Ashley Subra. Now ball in the corner as Bain thinks about it. Now Reynolds goes up and we'll have a foul. Now the question is not on the floor or shooting. I'm going to go on the floor. As number 24, Allison Pine checks back in. So we had a foul on 35, Ashley Subra. Now a shot by Reynolds. It's not a three. I was thinking Ashley Suber. She hits on a Jessica Bain assist. Now the Wildcats looking. It's 14-7. As Bowen ended that run, but it's now a 14-2 run. Looking inside. Shots off. No good. Fight for the rebound. And yep. Bain tried to sneak that foot back over the line, but they caught it. Now Schroon Lake looks to inbound. They get it into Bowen. Bowen looking inside, gets it out to Ashley Suber. Suber now looks in. Back out. Suber will shoot. Suber will hit. Ashley Suber on the assist from Liz Bessie. And it's 14-9. Coming up on 6:10 in the first half. As Murphy Farrow has the ball, dribbles back to the top, and we'll have a foul on Liz Bessie. Now the ball will be triggered back in by Carly Reynolds. Reynolds looks to drive, kicks. Now it's out. Bain with it, she passes off to Pearson. Pearson off on the shot. Rebound goes to Liz Bessie. Bessie will hold it up. And Jocelyn Bowen will look to set the offense. Ball goes to Suber. Suber looks, gets it inside Becca Armstrong for two. Hits. Becca Armstrong from Ashley Suber. And Coach John Reynolds looks for a full timeout. 5:32 in the second quarter. Scores 14-11 in favor of the Orange. Yeah. Carly Reynolds back out of the timeout will bring it up for the Orange. As they lead 14-11. Now ball on the ground. Liz Bessie will fight for the loose ball. It'll be a jump ball, go to Schroon Lake. Liz Bessie's leaving some skin on the floor tonight. She's been on the ground a few times. As Jocelyn Bowen triggers to Ashley Suber. Suber looks inside. Now drives. Now pass, deflected, and it'll be Orange basketball. Den Pubs TV Game of the Week, second half of a doubleheader. The MVAC Championships.
Let's go, Orange!
Lady Orange up 14-11. Ball comes around to Farrell. Farrell looks for Reynolds. Reynolds has it. Reynolds looks to drive. Puts up. No good. Rebound will go. Rebound will go to Bain, and they will call Bessie with a foul. And that is 3 on Liz Bessie, who's been quite the scrapper tonight so far for the Wildcats. Carly Reynolds will look to inbound, but right now we'll have Brianna DeZalia checking into the game. That trusted DeZalia name right there. As Reynolds looks to inbound, gets it in. Now pass from Pearson to Reynolds, but they're going to call a travel. They were looking to get it back to the inbounder, as now we'll have the 1-3-1 again. They'll bring it back to half court this time though. And Kate Rose with the ball, she'll be trapped. Suber will tip it to Bowen. Bowen tries to get it to Armstrong, but it'll be kicked off the leg of Jessica Bain, and Schroon Lake ball still. Rose looking to inbound, does so to Suber. Suber puts the shot up, shots off, rebound goes to Melanie Pearson. Carly Reynolds brings it up, gets it to Jessica Bain. Bain now to Pine, Pine shoots, shots off, rebound on the ground once again. I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of bodies on the ground tonight. These girls are going after every single loose ball. This time the jump ball goes to the Orange. Good to see both teams fighting for every loose ball. Every possession they can get. As the ball comes into Reynolds, she misses. Suber with the rebound. And Jocelyn Bowen will bring it up for the Lady Wildcats. Now Rose with it, fakes the pass to Suber, looks to Bowen. Bowen covered, ball goes in. Stolen by Bain. And And Reynolds brings it up. Reynolds looks to drive. And they're going to call it travel. I don't know if there's something happened there. I don't know if it was a travel, but anyways, the possession will go to the Wildcats. Jocelyn Bowen with the ball. Bowen looks. Keeps her dribble. Tip goes up. Deflected. And they're going to call that Schroon Lake ball. I'd have to agree with some of these Orange fans. It looked like Brianna Gizelia had a piece of it. Now Kate Rose looks to trigger the inbounds, gets it into Ashley Subra. Subra will shoot. Shots off. Rebound once again. That'll go to Carly Reynolds. Reynolds will bring the ball up. We're still at 14-11. As Farrell with the ball now. Gets it to Bain. Bain looks to penetrate. Gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds pauses. Shot goes up. There's going to be a foul. Carly Reynolds will go to the line. And the foul will be on number 41, Jocelyn Bowen, her first. That'll be the 7th team foul on Schroon Lake, which means every foul from here on out. The Orange will be shooting as Carly Reynolds hits her first. First to 2 there. That's our first points in a while, as it's now 15-11 in favor of the Orange. Reynolds' second is up and good. And it is now a 16-11 game in favor of the Orange. Here comes a 1-2-2 now. Bowen gets it over to Rose. Rose back to Bowen. Reynolds does a good job keying that defense. Now Subra gets it inside. Bowen with a spin and a foul. And this foul will be on 15, Carly Reynolds. That'll be her first and the team's second. With 2:49 in the second quarter. Schroon Lake triggers the inbounds. Looking for it. And the ball will be blocked. And there's... I have no clue, to be honest, what that call was, but Indian Lake has the ball. Pearson with the ball. Gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds shoots, shots off. Rebound will go to Gizelia. Gizelia will get it to Bowen, and Bowen will bring it up. Bowen now is getting a little dangerous territory, but now gets it back to the middle, gets it to Subra. Subra to Bowen. Bowen will shoot from the corner. Shots up over the rim, rebound to Pine. Allison Pine with the rebound. Carly Reynolds looks to push. Gets it up ahead. Shot goes up. And in. Melanie Pearson. Melanie Pearson on the assist from Carly Reynolds. It's now 18-11 in favor of the Orange. Now there's a trap here as they'll get it to Rose. Rose gets it to Subra. Subra shoots. Shot's no good. Rebound goes to Jessica Bain. And Reynolds will bring up. Now Farrell brings it around to Reynolds. Reynolds thinks about the shot, now drives, gets it inside to Pine, in and out. Pine gets around, and will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be called on Becca Armstrong. She now has 3. That puts 2 members of the Wildcats on the bench with 3 fouls, most likely. As Allison Pine goes to the line to shoot 2, extend a 7-point lead. First one is true. Can't get much truer than that, as Gabe Harvey will check in. And Allison Pine will shoot the second, as it's now 19-11, minute 29 left. First half. Second for Pine. Off the front. Rebound will go to Ashley Subra. Bowen brings the ball up for the Wildcats. Crossover dribble, goes to the hoop. No good. Rebound will go to Jessica Bain. Now Reynolds will look to set the offense, gets it to Bain. Bain to Farrell. Farrell fakes, now gets it to Bain. Bain will look. Get it to Pearson. Pearson back to Bain. Now Carly Reynolds with the ball. She'll look inside. Steal by Subra though. Now Jocelyn Bowen gets it to Subra. Subra will shoot it. Shots off. The rebound goes to Carly Reynolds.
1-4 regular.
Reynolds brings it up.
1-4 regular.
Pass over, 34 seconds left. Bain has it. Gets it into Pearson. Pearson to Farrell. Farrell looks, gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds will shoot a three. Reynolds will hit a three. Reynolds from Farrell as it's a 22-11 lead. This is now an 8-0 run. 12 seconds left. Bowen with the ball. Shots up. Shot is good. Kate Rose hits a three. Now Reynolds will shoot at the buzzer. No good. We go to halftime. The score: Indian Lake Long Lake 22, Schroon Lake 14 on the Den Pubs TV Game of the Week. Getting ready to start the second half. An 8-point lead for the Orange as we come out to start. Third quarter about to get underway. Schroon Lake will get the basketball. In the first half, Carly Reynolds leading all scorers with 17. Only 8 away from the high scorer in the boys game, which was Jessie Shaughnessy with 25. Bowen was held to 5 points in the first half. Schroon Lake also got 5 points from Kate Rose. Now Becca Armstrong inside, kicks it out to Bowen. Bowen now looks, gets it to Subra. Subra over to Rose. Rose will drive and they will call a travel. Ball goes to Indian Lake. And Carly Reynolds brings it up, gives it to Murphy Farrell. Murphy Farrell looking in, finds Jessica Bain. Bain kicks it to Pine. Allison Pine up and foul. And who will that be on? That will be on 41. Jocelyn Bowen. That'll be her second. As Allison Pine will go to the line to shoot two. Pine 1 for 4 from the line so far today. Pine's first off the front rim, no good. She'll get a second, 22-14, 7:23 to go in the third, 37 seconds in. Pine's second is up, and true. Pine extends it to a 23-14 lead as Jocelyn Bowen looks to bring up man-to-man pressure right at the half-court line being shown by Indian Lake Long Lake. Ashley Subra now with the ball. Subra will look to Brianna DeZalia, who's in the game. Now there will be a jump ball, and that ball will go to Indian Lake Long Lake. So Brianna DeZalia starting the second half in the place of Liz Bessie, who has 3 fouls. They'll probably do a rotation thing as Farrell goes up, no good. Becca Armstrong with the rebound. And Jocelyn Bowen will bring it up. Bowen looks to drive, gets it over to Ashley Subra. Ball swing around. Rose with it. Looks for Bowen. Bowen gets it, fakes the three, drives to the basket, and we'll have a travel call. And we've got a moment as the ref calls time. Stahl looking to fix the rim, and does so. You'd think he would have jumped up there and grabbed that with his athletic prowess. Carly Reynolds now with the ball. Gets it to Murphy Farrell. Farrell goes in to Bain. Now back out up top. Carly Reynolds with it. Looks inside for Allison Pine. And the ball stolen by Becca Armstrong. Oh! Ashley Subra. I guess you can't really knock sense into the coach that's leading the game, but Suber finding the noggin of Coach John Reynolds.
Come on, ladies.
As Farrell looks to swing it around. Now Reynolds goes in, shots up. Allison Pine on the offensive board. She'll take a second and she'll go to the line. And that will be the 4th foul on number 2, Becca Armstrong. Allison Pine at the line shooting 2. First one up and through. As Gabe Harvey will check in for Becca Armstrong. Armstrong will probably sit the rest of the 5:58 in this quarter. As Allison Pine back to the line. Second one up and also in. As the Orange extend their lead to 25-14 now. 11-point game. Jocelyn Bowen will bring up. Now ball goes to Ashley Suber. Suber looks for Desalia. Tipped by Murphy Farrell. Now Kate Rose with the ball. She'll look to drive. She'll go up. Shot's no good. Fight for the rebound. Won by Jessica Bain. Brings the ball up. Murphy Farrell looking to get the ball in. Now we'll dribble up to the top. Gets it to Kylie Reynolds. Kylie Reynolds with the channel. Let's go Orange. Gets it to Pearson. Now Farrell with the ball. Farrell gets the dribble. Gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds looks to drive. Does so. Pulls up. Shots off the back of the rim. And the rebound will go to Jessica Bain. Now Reynolds with it again. Looks inside to Allison Pine. Doesn't get it. Jocelyn Bowen. Now Schroon Lake with the ball. Ashley Suber with it. Ball goes inside to Bowen. Shot's no good though. Gets her own rebound. Looks to go back up. They'll say the ball stays with Schroon Lake. Schroon Lake yet to score in the second half. And the ball goes quickly in. That will take care of that. Ashley Suber off the inbounds pass. And we'll have a timeout by Indian Lake Long Lake. 4:40 in the third quarter. 25-16 in favor of the Orange.
Or they can do what Argyle did last year.
Ball back into play. Orange have it. Farrell gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds shot no good. Ashley Suber with the rebound. As Jocelyn Bowen will bring the ball up. Rose on the drive. Now we'll kick out. Suber with the ball. Suber looking to find someone. Does so. Gets it to Kate Rose. Rose penetrates. And there will be a steal. Allison Pine will come up with it. And Kylie Reynolds will bring it up. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. Ooh, they had a backdoor cut with Bain. Now Bain will get the ball. Bain trying to look inside. Instead will go to Pearson. They'll go back out top. Bain looks to drive. Now pulls up. Shot's no good. Rebound to Harvey. Something you hear a lot with both these teams. Rebound by Harvey. Whether it's Gabe or Uriah. Now ball out to Suber. Suber shoots. Shots off. Rebound Harvey. Like I just said. Harvey will kick it to Bowen. And Schroon Lake will take a timeout with 3:18 in the third quarter. 25-16 in favor of the Orange. Coming out of the timeout, Schroon Lake will have possession. 22 on the shot clock. 3:18 in the quarter. Jocelyn Bowen with the ball. Gets it up to Kate Rose. Now to Ashley Suber. Suber looking inside. Gets it to Bowen. Bowen will drive. Bowen to the basket. Fouled. Shot's no good, but she will go to the line. Foul will be on Allison Pine. Only her first. And it's the first on the team. Bowen to the line. Bowen hits the first. And now Morgan Hinckley checks back into the game as Bowen hits her first. Bowen hit all her free throws against Westport, including the 4 that counted most. And now hits the second here. As she now has 7 points, and it's a 25-18 lead in favor of the Orange. Murphy Farrell looking to Morgan Hinckley, but ball was kicked out of bounds. Ball goes into Morgan Hinckley now. John Reynolds begging him to look there. Now Farrell with it, gives it to Reynolds. Ball goes to Bain. Bain will look at Hinckley. Morgan Hinckley up. Shot's no good. Rebound to someone. It'll be to Subra. Another good fight for the ball as Ashley Subra comes away with it. Now a steal. And Murphy Farrell off. Rebound to Reynolds. She misses. And that's going to be an over-the-back call on Carly Reynolds. That'll be her second. Both teams now with 2 team fouls as we come up on 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Jocelyn Bowen with the ball. Try to get it to Subra. Steal by Reynolds, foul by Subra. For Subra, that'll be her second. Third on the team as Carly Reynolds will bring the ball up the court for the Orange. Reynolds gets it to Farrell. Farrell looks around to Hinckley. Hinckley back out top to Farrell. Farrell will drive, pulls up. Partially blocked by Bowen. And Bowen now gets the ball and will look to bring it. Bowen passes off to Ashley Subra, looks for the give and go, not there. Now Kate Rose with the ball. She looks inside to Subra. Subra looks to get it back out, but instead we'll have a steal. Murphy Farrell with the steal. And they're going to call a double dribble on Carly Reynolds. It'll be Schroon like basketball, trailing by 7, 25-18, minute 34 in the third quarter. As Allison Pine looks to check back in the game. And we'll have a steal. Steal for Jessica Bain. She gets it up to Reynolds, and Reynolds scores it. Now shot up on the far end. Ball will go out of bounds. We'll have a block by Jessica Bain. Jessica Bain with a steal, assist, and a block in about 15 seconds. And now Subra will get the ball. Subra will shoot. Off the inbounds, no good. Fight. And they're going to call it on number 12, Melody Pearson. That'll be her first. And it'll be the third team foul on the Orange. Liz Bessie back in the game will look to trigger the inbounds. Will do so to Kate Rose. And Rose will bring it back out top. Rose gets it to Bowen. Under a minute to play now as Subra gets it out to Bessie. Bessie looks to joke, Bessie looks to drive. Shot up and good. Liz Bessie, her first points of the night. And it is a 27-20 game. Still 7 points as Reynolds passes off to Murphy Farrell. Murphy Farrell gets her dribble, now kicks it out and around. Carly Reynolds with the ball. Reynolds looks to drive, does so, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound, fought for between Bowen and Reynolds. Now a scrum on the floor, and we'll have a jump ball. And it'll be Schroon Lake basketball. I was going to say this game's starting to lull a little bit, but that looked like the first half right there. As Jocelyn Bowen with 20 seconds left will bring the ball up for the Wildcats. Bowen now finds Rose, Kate Rose, and they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Murphy Farrell, and that will be her first. Not a lot of fouls on Indian Lake Long Lake in the first half, so there's really no foul trouble. Now Bowen with the ball. Bowen looks to pull up, does so, misses, rebound to Pine. Allison Pine with the rebound, and we will have a foul on 5, Liz Bessie. That will be 4 on Bessie. That'll be the 4th team foul on Schroon Lake in the second half. Bessie appears to be staying in for the final 7.8 seconds, as now Indian Lake will look to up their score with 5 on the clock. Farrell gets it to Pine. We have a jump ball. No, we have a foul on Liz Bessie. That'll be her 5th with 2.3 seconds. And Coach Lee Silvernail will plead his case, but Liz Bessie has now fouled out of the game with 2.3 remaining. It was a gamble, and it looks like it's not going to pay off. And real quickly, 34, Meg Smith looks to check in. Bessie running back to the locker room, not happy, as Brianna DeZalia will check back in. Coach Silvernail not pleased at all with that call. He thought it was a jump ball. Instead, we had a foul. Now at the last second, ball goes into number 34. Rebound for Harvey. 34 is Meg Smith. She took the shot. Didn't make it. Harvey with the rebound, but at the end of 3, Indian Lake Long Lake 27, Schroon Lake 20. Ready to start the 4th quarter. It will be Indian Lake Long Lake ball. Coach John Reynolds calling out the play as Carly Reynolds will bring the ball up. Now Reynolds will get it to Murphy Farrell. Farrell looks to dribble, now pulls up, gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds for a shot, no good. Rebound fought for, and it will be Schroon Lake basketball. A 6-5 quarter there. Schroon Lake cut a lead from 8 to 7, but they're going to have to do more as the ball will now go out of bounds and back to Indian Lake Long Lake. Now Carly Reynolds brings the ball up for the Orange. Now Murphy Farrell with the shot. Shots off. Ball rebounded by Farrell. Now pass from Reynolds. Shots off. No good. Rebound to Pine. And ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Schroon Lake basketball. 8 rebounds now for Pine. As the ball will go to Jocelyn Bowen for Schroon Lake. Now Rose with the ball. She'll look to skip it. She gets Bowen. Bowen looks inside. Stolen by Farrell. Five steals for Murphy Farrell. Now we're going to have a foul on Brianna DeZalia. That'll be her first. It'll be the 6th. It'll be the 6th on the team. As Red will call a 30-second timeout. 27-20. The Orange lead. Indian Lake Long Lake set to inbounds. As pace has kind of slowed a little bit in the second half, but Indian Lake Long Lake still with the lead. As Allison Pine looks to go in. Now gets it to Farrell. Farrell shot no good. Rebound will go to Bain. Now they'll look to reset. Carly Reynolds will pull it back out. Looks inside. Shot up. No good. Rebound to Pine. Pine scores it. Allison Pine pushes it out to a 9-point lead. 29-20. Kate Rose now, and they're going to call a foul. This foul will be on number 12, Melanie Pearson. It'll be her second. It'll be the team's 5th. Now Bowen will get the inbounds pass. Bring it over to Ashley Subra. Now Bowen with the ball again. We'll look again to Subra. Subra gets it to Rose. Rose goes up with the shot. And a late whistle and a foul. That foul will be on number 3, Murphy Farrell. That'll be her second. And it will send Kate Rose to the line. to shoot 2 in a 9-point game with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Orange leading by 9 as Kate Rose goes to the line. First shot's up and good. And now Rose to shoot the second. Here's the second. Is also good. Kate Rose now with 7 points, cutting the lead to 7. It's 29-22 in favor of the Orange. Murphy Farrell with the ball. Now we have a almost steal by Kate Rose. The ball will stay with Indian Lake Long Lake. Orange looking to claim the MVAC title. Top seed in sectional. Murphy Farrell pulls up for 2. Puts it back to 9 at 31-22. Now we have a steal by Carly Reynolds. Reynolds to the basket. Reynolds shoots and is fouled. That foul will be on Kate Rose. It'll be her first. That'll be the 7th on the team. So Indian Lake Long Lake will be shooting from here on out as Carly Reynolds just off with the first. Now Reynolds back to the line to shoot the second. That is good. Now a 10-point lead for the Orange, 32-22, 5:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ashley Suber with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Now fight for a loose ball. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with Schroon Lake. Schroon Lake will look to inbound. I guess Pearson getting a little excited. Now Bolin. Bolin looks for the dribble, gets it to Subra. Subra almost picked up the pivot, but did a good job. Now to Becca Armstrong. Armstrong kicks it to Rose. Rose penetrates. Now back around, Bolin with the ball. She'll put it up and is fouled. Jocelyn Bowen will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be on number 12. Melanie Pearson, that'll be her 3rd. And that will be the 6th on the Orange as Bowen hits the first of 2. Jocelyn Bowen now with 8 points, as is 32-23, 9-point game. And at the 5-minute mark, it is back to an 8-point game. 32-24 in favor of the Orange. Ball brought up by Reynolds, given to Murphy Farrell. Farrell. Whoops. Now we'll give it to Bain. Just to Bain with the ball. And that ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Schroon Lake basketball. Schroon Lake with 4:44 will look to cut into this lead a little more. Schroon Lake was facing a deficit in the fourth quarter against Westport on Wednesday. Came back and won. They're going to try to do it again. Now to Bowen. Bowen looks inside to Armstrong. Armstrong will kick it back out. And we have a foul on the floor, which will mean the foul is on Allison Pine. That'll be her 2nd, but it will send Jocelyn Bowen to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 4:28 remaining in the quarter. Bowen's first is up and good. Bowen so far over these last 2 games has been ice cold from the line. That one is off, and it'll be, as soon as I say that, of course. Rebound goes to Allison Pine. Ball gets up the floor quick. Carly Reynolds with it, and we have a foul. When I say ice cold, that's what's in her veins. She was very, very much hitting everything until that last one. Carly Reynolds now going to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Reynolds' shot is up and good. The foul was on Kate Rose, her second. And we're going to have a timeout by Indian Lake Long Lake with a 33-25 game with 4:19 in the fourth quarter. So after the timeout, Carly Reynolds back to the line. So far 4 points in the second half, giving her 21 for the game. Reynolds will look to extend the lead back to 9 with 4:19 remaining in the fourth. That shot is good, and she does just that. 9-point game. 34-25 in favor of the Orange. Now Kate Rose will look, get it to Bowen. Bowen will look inside to Armstrong. Ball will be tipped, and it'll stay in with the Wildcats. 4:07 remaining in the fourth. Schroon will look to inbound, gets it to Bowen. Bowen dribbles, goes to the basket, puts a pull-up up, no good. The rebound will go. Rebound goes to Kate Rose, but they call it travel. And now Indian Lake will have the ball with 4 even left in the fourth quarter. We're halfway through it. Murphy Farrell now with the ball. Gets it down low, now back out to her. And Carly Reynolds with it. Ball goes to Bain. Bain now looking. And now Reynolds pulls up. Shot is good. Riley Reynolds on the assist from Jessica Bain. Now Bowen. Bowen will have it stolen by Murphy Farrell. Another steal for Farrell, having a good defensive night. Now the ball will come. Loose ball. Carly Reynolds to the basket and scores it. Reynolds now with 25 as they push the lead to 13. 38-25. 3 minutes remaining. Bowen kicks to Suber. Suber will shoot that. And we're going to have a foul on Reynolds. That'll be Reynolds' third foul, 9th on the team. And that'll send Ashley Suber to the line for 2.
Not supposed to box out.
Ashley Suber now shooting 2. Oh, excuse me, it'll be 1 and 1 because they're going to say it's on the box out. But she makes the first, so she's going to get a second. And we'll look to cut it to 11. And does. Sorry about that, but now back to action. Carroll with the pull-up, and that ball will go in. Murphy Farrell with the basket. Now Bowen will bring the ball up. She'll look to drive. Pull-up shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back in. And we'll have a timeout with 2:30 remaining. Schroon Lake calls the timeout. It is a 40-29 game in favor of the Orange. Out of the timeout, Schroon Lake sets up their press. Indian Lake will inbound to Carly Reynolds. Reynolds will look to bring the ball up. Everyone clears out, and Reynolds will look to set the offense. Reynolds gets the ball into Allison Pine. Pine up, no good. Rebound, fought for. Becca Armstrong will get it. And they are going to call the foul on number 10, Jessica Bain. That'll be her first, but that will be the 10th. So Becca Armstrong to the line, shooting the double bonus. 2 shots for Armstrong. Armstrong misses the first. And now Armstrong needs the second to cut it to a 10-point game. 2:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Armstrong misses. Rebound to Reynolds. Now Pearson with the ball. Melanie Pearson gives it to Carly Reynolds. Reynolds to Murphy Farrell. Murphy now gets it to Bain. Bain will shoot, and Bain will hit. Jessica Bain from Murphy Farrell. Now Bowen to the hoop. She kicks it to Armstrong. Armstrong shoots, and Armstrong scores. And we'll have another timeout by Schroon Lake. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. 1:38 remaining, 42-31 in favor of the Orange. Stay right here for a second as we get ready for the last minute 38 of this game. Coach John Reynolds talking to his team. New Silvernail doing the same. They're looking to set up their press. An 11-point game. Four points for Murphy Farrell in this quarter. She also has 2 steals and an assist, giving her 6 steals for the game. Very good defensive performance by Farrell. She spent most of the night locked up with Jocelyn Bowen. 12 points for Bowen as Indian Lake gets the ball in. Now they'll get it ahead to Pearson. Melanie Pearson gives it back to Carly Reynolds, and Reynolds will look for the offense. Reynolds drives, goes to the basket, and scores. Carly Reynolds getting the basket to make it 44-31, 13-point lead, minute 15 to go. Armstrong gets it to Desalia. Desalia shoots, no good. Allison Pine with the rebound. Now Carly Reynolds will look to bring it up against double team pressure. Gets it to Murphy Farrell. Farrell holds, gets it back to Reynolds. Reynolds will now look for the game to hold as we're under a minute. She gets it to Pine. Pine shoots, and Pine scores. Ball gets up the court quick. Jocelyn Bowen gets the ball in, and Becca Armstrong will go line to shoot 2 as Jessica Bain reaches over the back. John Reynolds not too pleased. He was stressing no fouls, no fouls. But now Becca Armstrong will go to the line, shooting 2 in the double bonus. 15-point game, 46-31. As she hits the first, cuts it to a 14-point game, 46.5 remaining. That's how much time's between the Orange and an MVAC title. Second one's up. Second one's no good. Rebound to Reynolds, and Reynolds is fouled. And that foul will be on Bowen, I believe. Indeed it will. Jocelyn Bowen picks up the foul. That'll be her third. Carly Reynolds to the line. Reynolds will shoot 1 and 1. First one's up. Rims out. Rebound goes to Ashley Schubert. And now the ball will come up. Bowen looking around, gets it to Armstrong. Armstrong to Suber. Suber will shoot. Suber will hit. Now ball will come up. 20 seconds remaining, and there'll be a foul on Suber. And for Suber, that'll be 3. Carly Reynolds back to the line, this time shooting a double bonus. With 19.9 remaining. Reynolds first is up and in. That gives the Orange a 47-34 lead. And that one will put them up 14. 19 seconds remaining. Bowen with the ball. Bowen will pull up for 3. Shots off. Ball gotten by Suber. Suber will hit on the rebound. 9.1 remaining. 48-36. And now Carly Reynolds will bring the ball up. And the Indian Lake, Long Lake Orange will celebrate the Mountain Valley Athletic Conference Girls Championship. 48-36 is your final. Indian Lake, Long Lake, the champion. We're here post-game with the victorious Indian Lake, Long Lake Orange. Starting out with Murphy Farrell. 4 points, but 6 steals and 4 assists. Talk about the defensive philosophy tonight, especially with a scorer like Bowen out there.
Pretty much just a face guard her and get her as least touches as she could get, and that was about it.
Very good. And your thoughts on winning the Mountain and Valley and most likely the 1 seed for the tournament?
Awesome. I am so pumped. Ready to go. Keep going.
Very good. And Allison Pine, 10 points, 11 rebounds. What has it been about this team this year that you guys have been able to make this run throughout the entire season?
We just work together really well. We all know how each other plays, so we know where each other are, and we're really good together. We work well together.
Very good. And your thoughts again, the league championship, the most likely the 1 seed.
Yeah.
What's the thoughts going into sectionals?
Let's get it. Let's go get it.
Very good. And finally, Carly Reynolds, 30 points on the evening. Tell me a little bit about this team.
I feel like this is definitely the team we've been working since elementary, and oh my god, I'm really excited.
Very good.
I feel like it's the best we've ever done.
And you've hit a lot of those milestones you've been looking at. I know when our reporter Lindsay Yandon sent us the story from the Westport game, that was all that was talked about. We've accomplished our goal. And then I take it the next goal is the sectional title.
Yep. I feel like this is the best we've ever done, and I know that we can go really far in sectionals, and I hope we just stay with it, and I think everyone's really into it this year, so I feel like it's going to go good.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck. After the game here with Schroon Lake head coach Lee Silvernail. Coach, what do you do now while in getting ready for sectionals?
You pretty much got to, burn the tape and try to get this out of your memory as quick as possible. And we got a scrimmage on Monday, and hopefully that'll kind of gear us up and get us ready. We got a long week. We don't play until Friday. The biggest thing is just try to forget this. Remember some of the good things you did during the year, and if you can take anything away from it, take as much as you can, and that's about it.
And like you said, it was a big night for the Reynolds girl. What do you look to do? Maybe do you look to put wrinkles into your defense as you start sectionals, or?
Well, we thought we had a pretty good game plan. There was probably 4 or 5 times where we lost her, and if you lose her for a second, she's going to kill you. I mean, she had 3 3-pointers in the first half, and that's probably 3 too many. She was just getting too many clean looks, and it's just a little bit of lack of focus. I mean, that's in the game plan. You got to know where she is. So.
Very good, Coach. Thank you, and good luck in sectionals.
Appreciate it.
Post game with Indian Lake Long Lake coach John Reynolds. Coach, one thing that impressed me tonight was the play of Murphy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my kids play AAU with Jocelyn, and we know what a good player she is. We have a tremendous amount of respect for her. But who better than Murphy? She's quick and she's just tireless. I think you saw it tonight. I don't know what Jocelyn had, but that was job 1 for our defense was to try to keep her contained.
Very good. And not only that, but 6 steals and 4 assists. That's got to be good for the team chemistry. So
that's a great effort from that kid. And I think she scored a little bit too in the 4th quarter. She stepped up and knocked a couple down. So
yeah, 4 points in the 4th quarter. Go next to Allison Pine, a double-double. I'm sure that's what you're looking for most nights, 10 points, 11 rebounds. You'll take that.
Yeah, another senior, that works hard. They like to set a lot of ball screens with Armstrong, who Allie was guarding. I thought she defended them beautifully. And you said 11 boards.
Yeah.
And both teams battled for every one. They come up with 11. That's working hard.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a little lull in the 3rd quarter, but then in the 4th quarter there was another scrape, and that's what opened the floodgates for a 21-16 4th quarter.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was worried. Usually a 3rd quarter we come out of the gates, and I looked up at the end of the quarter and I'm thinking we scored 5 points, so we're in a little bit of trouble. So I'm glad we got it together in the 4th.
And then we'll move on to one more player. 30 points on the evening for her. I know she's the main cog, but what makes her and her teammates special to capture a league title and now have that top seed going into the sectional tournament?
Good question. I thought Carly, I was surprised when I heard she had 30 because I thought she was pressing a little bit in the early going and rushing things and not running our stuff. But yeah, she's our go-to girl. And she's a big-time player, big game player. I think that we're the best though when everybody looks for our offense, you know, and we're getting better at that. I think we did that better in the fourth quarter when everybody started looking for their shots.
Very good. Well, Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations and good luck in sectionals.
All right.